Hello, this is Misha, and in this video, I'd like to show you how to use the course Click and Speak, which will help you better communicate in English. That means improving your listening comprehension in English so you can start understanding native speakers when they talk at natural speed, and also start understanding movies and TV shows without the subtitles. But the course also focuses on finding your words in English. That means learning to express yourself better with the correct pronunciation and accent. Now, this is the home page of Click and Speak, and the first thing I'm going to do is log in. This is what the home page looks like, and as you can see, there are a few categories of content. The first category are the monologues, which are simple sentences you can use in order to work on your vocabulary, your grammar, and your pronunciation in an intelligent and progressive way. Number two are the dialogues. In the dialogues, you have simple conversations from daily life, which you can use as a sample in order to know what words and expressions are used in certain situations, which will allow you to prepare yourself for that given situation. And we also have the grammar content. In the grammar category, you can learn how to use the different grammatical structures in context. So I'm going to start by showing you what the monologues look like and how you can use them in order to improve your listening comprehension and your pronunciation in English.
I'd like to say thank you.
So immediately you hear a sentence in English pronounced by a native speaker. You can hear it as many times as you want by clicking on the sentence.
I'd like to say thank you. I'd like to say thank you. I'd like to say thank you.
All right, now it's time to analyze the pronunciation in the sentence a bit. Here you have phonetic transcriptions of each word, so you can click on each word to hear it pronounced in an isolated way, so you can work on your pronunciation on that specific word if you need to.
Thank you.
Thank,
Thank
thank,
you. Thank you.
thank. Here you have each sound represented with a different color.
I'd like
All right, and as you can see, the example words are the same example words from the American IPA chart, so you can really learn how to pronounce each sound in context. Here you have the intonation curve and how the intonation of the native speaker changes. As we saw in one of the previous videos, English intonation is not flat. It goes like that, right? And usually just hearing something is not enough for us to learn as adults. So having this visual representation of the intonation is very helpful in order to be able to mimic the pronunciation and the intonation of the native speaker. The idea is mainly to listen to the audio recording and repeat after the native speaker and try your best to imitate their pronunciation and their intonation.
I'd like to say thank you.
I like to say thank you.
I'd like to say thank you.
I like to say thank you. If you're having trouble understanding the sentence, you can flip the card and you'll get a translation in your native language. Now here we have a translation in Spanish, but Click and Speak is currently available in a bunch of other languages. So you can choose your native language in order to be able to understand each sentence in the course. Moving on with the next sentence.
Would you like to drive?
Would you like to drive? All right, I'm going to listen to it again.
Would you like to drive?
Would you like to drive? Here, what's interesting is his intonation.
Would you like to drive?
Would you like to drive? All right. And I can see how the intonation changes thanks to this intonation curve. Would you like to drive? Same thing, I can click on each word so I can hear it pronounced individually so I can work on my pronunciation on that specific word. For example, would,
Would
would,
would
would,
would you drive?
drive,
Drive?
drive. I can listen to the actual sentence repeatedly so I can practice my pronunciation and my accent pronouncing that specific sentence.
Would you like to drive?
Would you like to drive?
Would you like to drive?
Would you like to drive? And I can see the translation of the sentence by flipping the card.
We would like to build our own house.
We would like to build our own house. Okay?
We would like to build our own house.
We would like to build our own house. So you have over 7,000 monologues or simple sentences like these, which will allow you to learn the top 5,000 most commonly used words in the English language in context with audio, so you can learn how to pronounce them and how to understand them in the spoken language too, and also assimilating the grammatical structures through context. Moving on to the second category of content, which are the dialogues. These are simple conversations which allow you to explore daily life in English, how to express yourself, and what words, what expressions you might hear and you might want to use in different situations of daily life. There are 365 dialogues among which you can choose, and they are categorized by topic. So as you can see, the first one is on a vacation abroad. We have meeting a native speaker, introducing yourself at a group meeting, chatting and making friends with someone, etc. So there's 365 dialogues, right? Which means one dialogue per day for an entire year. So we recommend that you work on one dialogue per day so you can see the same monologues you're working on in the context of a conversation, which really helps make things stick. The dialogues are light, funny, interesting, and natural. They're recorded by native speakers from the United States, and they kind of sound like a sitcom, so it will keep your attention. If you know that you're going to be using English in a specific situation, you might want to listen to and analyze one of the dialogues in order to prepare yourself beforehand. Let's say you know you're going to be meeting a native speaker or an English speaker in general, and you want to make friends with them. You can find that topic in our menu and explore it. So you can listen to the entire dialogue first by clicking on play all.
Imagine you're chatting and making friends with someone. Hey, what kind of music do you like?
Oh, I listen to all kinds of music.
All kinds, eh?
Yes, really.
Do you listen to Britney Spears?
No, I don't listen to Britney.
Never?
Never. Do you?
Yes, I do.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm serious. I listen to her all the time.
Really?
Really.
I don't believe you. You're kidding.
Oops, I did it again.
All right. So as you can see, the dialogues are actually funny, and this is an idea of how you can have small talk in English with references to the pop culture as well, to movies, to music, which are popular in the United States and in the English-speaking world. After having listened to the dialogue, you can work on each sentence individually as you work with the monologues. If you want to work on one sentence in particular, you can click on it to hear it pronounced individually.
Hey, what kind of music do you like?
You can click on this little mouth here in order to see the phonetic transcription. And you can work on the sentences the same way you work on monologues. So you can click on the sentence and hear it as many times as you want.
Hey, what kind of music do you like? Hey, what kind of music do you like?
You can see the translation in your native language here, and you can analyze each sound and each word.
Hey,
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 what
what
kind
kind of
of music?
music? Here's something interesting is the word stress as well. So in words that have more than one syllable, obviously one of them must be stressed. And in the phonetic transcription, it is marked by with the bigger symbol.
Music,
Music,
music.
music. And you can continue like so with all of the sentences.
Oh, I listen to all kinds of music.
Oh, I listen to all kinds of music. You can also see the whole dialogue translated into your own language, so you can really understand what's going on. Yeah. As I mentioned, there are 365 dialogues like that one, which you can use in order to learn how to express yourself in daily situations in English. The third category of content is the grammar index. And this is a great way to explore all the different grammatical structures you need in context. Now, this is what it looks like. You can work on the grammar in a specific level. So let's say you're currently at an A2 level and you want to learn all the grammatical structures that are required in order to reach the next level. So click on A2 and you can see that these are the grammar structures you need to know in order to reach the A2 level. So, one example is giving advice. In order to reach the A2 level, you need to know how to give advice in English. And you can click on that category to see several examples. You should see a doctor. You should ask someone. You should take that job. We could ask your mom. We could always Google it. You could start with this book, etc. Right? So that's for giving advice. So let's say you want to work on your possessive pronouns. You can find them in the grammar index and explore the different examples. Whose phone is this? Is it yours? Yes, that's mine. No, it's not mine. I think it's Lauren's. Working on grammar and context is a much better way of assimilating and understanding how it works than learning rules and just conjugating verbs without context. So this was a short video tutorial of how to use Click and Speak. As I mentioned, the course is giant. It contains more than 7,000 monologues, or the short sentences, and 365 dialogues, or simple conversations which let you work on your expression and your comprehension of daily English. What's great about it is that it lets you work on your English at your own pace. Some of our users spend at least 20 minutes per day, while others, which have more time or are more flexible, spend up to 3 hours per day working on their English in a whole year. Once you finish the Click and Speak course, you will have learned all 5,000 most commonly used words in the English language, which will allow you to understand and use up to 96% of the language. You will have assimilated the 86 grammatical structures you need in order to express yourself in English, and you will have become fluent in English, meaning that you will understand everything, or the words that you don't understand you will be able to guess based on the context, and you will be able to express yourself fluently. Even if you don't know a word, you will have enough words in order to explain what you mean. You will be able to work and study and live in an English speaking country and do everything you want in English. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you using Click and Speak soon.